Welcome to AM Best Audio.
When it comes to specialty insurance coverage, insurers, wholesalers, reinsurers, and service providers are considering new strategies that are helping to create highly focused products to meet new and increasingly specialized risk needs. I'm John Weber for Best Review Magazine. My guest today is Marcy Pelecky, Senior Vice President, Casualty and Professional Liability Programs, Nationwide E&S Specialty. Marcy, so glad you could join us today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So Marcy, to ground our audience, what do we mean by specialty coverage and products?
So I think when we talk about specialty coverages, we really mean insurance solutions that are built for risks that perhaps are just too nuanced to fit in one-size-fits-all products. These are often very industry-specific exposures, maybe distribution-specific exposure, but where really unique underwriting expertise, forms, potentially our claims approach, or even our risk management approach need to be more of a niche approach. I think at Nationwide, specialty means combining really deep underwriting expertise with partners who really know their segment well. They're open to partnering up with us as a carrier to build a clear appetite, specific guidelines, and really coverage structures that support those unique risks. I can give you kind of a real life example. So if you think about the gig economy that we live in today, lots of folks have different jobs. And sometimes those folks have a professional lines coverage need. Maybe they're a part-time bookkeeper or a part-time attorney, and regular insurance products just won't do. And so we've partnered to create a program that's very specifically tailored to those part-time professional associates.
What changes has your team seen in the market related to specialty insurance products in recent years, Marcy?
I think the biggest change has really been around the sophistication of the buyers. I think the distribution partners are really demanding and they want more precision. They're looking for products that actually fit the exposure versus a repackaged standard form that we hope meets the needs. I think we're also seeing a lot greater demand where the traditional markets have maybe started to pull back because of claims trends, different impacts to the economy, or just general operational complexity that broad brush approach just really isn't as effective. I think this is really pushing the marketplace into really a more narrow underwriting focus, more specialized coverage designs, and then really a reliance around data and that expertise to utilize that data. I think, on the partner side, from what we're seeing from a program administrator, we're really seeing a demand for analytics. They want faster data sharing and they want better integration with us as the carrier.
I got to ask, what do you think is causing this shift to specialization?
I think a lot of it's just really driven by coverage gaps and the fact that many of the exposures we have today just no longer fit neatly inside that traditional box. I always talk about the things that we insure today were sometimes things we never even contemplated 3 years ago. The standard market is also starting to tighten up and retreat from some of these specialized areas. I think as the exposures become more complex, you think about how we deliver healthcare is potentially different. The construction risks are evolving. Climate change is definitely impacting, how we look at the world. And it's just requiring that more specific, unique, tailored solution. I think also we're seeing that customers are more sophisticated and they are finding ways to gravitate towards carriers and program administrators that can really build those unique solutions that they need. I think an example, if you think about in commercial lines, in the contractor space, you could have a crane operator, an environmental contractor, an energy service contractor. They're all liability risks, but their exposure profiles are so different. And so I think this is a great example where that specialty, industry-specific underwriting is really needed, and the forms, the specific claims support is critical.
So Marcy, how is Nationwide E&S Specialty Programs working to address these risks and bring new products to market?
So, our model is to really partner with a program administrator that has a real expertise in their niche. but more importantly, that they see Nationwide as a true capital partner and want to partner with us as that best-in-class underwriting model, that they see us as a partner, that they leverage our capital strength, but more importantly, that they want to use our claims capabilities, our data to really help make better decisions. On average, our programs are partnered with us for 10 plus years. Now, you can fact check me. I don't know this is true, but I think the average of the industry is 5. So we definitely are, in it for the long haul with these programs. When we do partner with them, we really focus on making sure we have a very clear and specific appetite for that program, that the underwriting guidelines really meet the needs of the program administrator, but supposed to also help us really govern that program. We're leveraging data integration on both sides. So we have data, they have data. How can we make sure we're using this to make good portfolio and transparent decisions? And this really has helped us build products that are targeted and scalable and unique. And I think for us, really emphasizing that clear appetite and guidelines is not just a goal. Our goal is not just to be innovative, it's to be a disciplined, innovative program administrator partner.
What are some of these new strategies you're currently seeing from partners, Marcy?
I think the most effective partners we have are really bringing a sharper segmentation and really leveraging data in ways that they never had before. They're using that data to have better submissions, to really get more refined classes around geographic segmentations on how their pricing models look like. And I think that in some cases they're even using AI to make risk selections and be better on the service side of things. And they're looking for partners like us to actually be closer to them versus farther away. They want that connectivity so that we can be sharing the analytics, the claims visibility, and the performance reporting, so that overall we really are managing that true portfolio together.
Looking forward, how do you think product specialization will look in the next few years, and how will it impact the insurance market as a whole?
Oh, I think it's only going to continue to deepen and become wider. I think winning carriers like Nationwide are not going to just say we're a specialty carrier. They are a specialty carrier. They're going to be able to show and demonstrate a very deep level of underwriting expertise, clear data, connectivity, and then really better alignment between all parties, from the program administrator, the underwriting on the carrier side, claims, to really handle that portfolio. I also think that a lot of these products are going to be built around a much narrower customer segment, and the use of technology is going to help us do that. I think, again, with that collaboration between all parties, we're really able to close protection gaps much quicker than we have in the past. And so I think for us at Nationwide, it's really about continuing to double down on specialization and really building a deep expertise need, and staying open-minded about what might be the right targeted solution to solve a real customer problem. And this really helps us stay true to our mission as being a true protection company.
Interesting. Anything else you'd like to add on the topic, Marcy?
I think just in closing, specialty insurance works best, I think, when we all work together and really combine that expertise, discipline, and partnership. At Nationwide, we are specialized, and we find it very valuable because it helps meet the customers where they actually are.
Great conversation. Marcy, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you so much.
That was Marcy Pelecky, Senior Vice President, Casualty and Professional Liability Programs, Nationwide, E&S Specialty. And I'm John Weber for Best Review Magazine. Looking to get the full attention of the insurance industry? We have the platforms that will do just that. Whether it be AM Best TV, AM Best Audio, Best Review Magazine, or Best Day. Find out more by calling AM Best Advertising Sales at 908-439-2200, extension 5399, and have a great day.